It doesn't fucking matter what the world throws at you. You are still going to win. Imagine feeling like that. Imagine knowing no matter what the happens, I'm going to still win. And that's the kind of confidence that pushing through the hard times creates. If you can become the kind of person that will execute no matter what's going on around them, you can't be fucking beat, bro. It's literally impossible to beat a person like that. You can't beat them.
Let me be very clear. I'll never give up. Never.
The odds were stacked against me. I won anyway, because I win. I don't get lucky. I make my own luck.
We did not come this far to just break down and lose now. I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
Let me ask you something. Do you make money at this little table tennis thing?
Not yet.
How do you live?
Well, I live with the confidence if I believe in myself, the money will follow.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out?
That doesn't even enter my consciousness.
I am the kind of person that if you doubt me, if you question me, if you challenge me, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be in 2 weeks, you might not ever see it coming, but eventually I will win. And that's the attitude that you have to have. And then every single time you don't feel like doing what it is you're supposed to do, you think about that shit and you get up and go do it.
Bet against me. Tell me it's not going to happen. Tell me it's going to fail. I love it. I love every minute of it.
Maybe it was your time to lose. Lose! I don't lose! I win! That's my job! That's what I do!
I'm unbeatable. I'm totally and completely, unequivocally unbeatable. I can't be beat. It's impossible. You condemn me. You can damage me. You're never ever going to beat me.
I'm winning anyway. I'm winning. I'm winning any motherfucking way. I can't lose.
I think one of my greatest inspirations or things that I would feed off of, obviously people not believing in the cloud of doubt that kind of, I felt hung over my head, wanted to just prove everybody wrong. I wanted to make it, and I was going to make it regardless of what anybody said.
I want to win so bad. My hunger and appetite for success is intimidating. I come up with new visions and ideas every single day. Only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible. You have to be able to see what doesn't exist in order to be able to pull off or achieve what in most people's minds seems to be impossible.
So whatever you're doing, you have to do it like your life depends on it. Whatever time that you have to attack like you're trying to save the world. You're trying to save your life. You don't want to drown. Go. You got to get after it. And you got to have discipline. Most people don't have those things. Most people don't understand what it's like to really go for something. And to know that the consequences of not doing that are horrific.
If you quit, it's really easy to predict your future. But if you don't quit, if you go for it with no proof, you can't quantify it. People are going to call you crazy. Your friends are going to look at you sideways. But you'll have the opportunity to play in the game and stop sitting on the sidelines. And you might fail for a while. And you might have to pay your success tax. And you might have to go through 7 failures, 9 failures, 12 failures. You might be sleepless at night wondering why the heck you're doing it. But on the other side of that, you get to see who you're meant to be, who God designed you to be, and tap into your full potential, and there's nothing better.
And what do you have to lose? You know the outcome if you continue the same shit. Why not just commit one time in your life to something? See what happens. There are no losers in the world of passion and commitment to something. No one loses there. The losers are the people that sit the starting line and never initiate.
If you think about the difference between winners and losers, winners define themselves by what they made happen, and losers define themselves by what happened to them.
There's 2 options: to continue forward, pushing upward. And if you do, that dream is given birth, and forever you will live in the reality of it. If you stop, quit, throw in the towel, I promise you there's no distance you can travel far enough to find that dream again.
Take the opportunity. It doesn't say receive the opportunity. It doesn't say have the opportunity granted to you. It doesn't say get lucky with the opportunity. It says take the opportunity. You know what that means? That means you have to seize it. That means you have to take it. No one's going to give it to you. No one's going to come and say, here, I got this path. You can make $1 million a year or 10 million bucks a year. If you do, that's not how it works, bro. True high achievers, they look for the lane and then they take the opportunity by taking initiative.
Never stop, no matter how many failures. When you know you're doing what you're meant to do, you have to try.
But here's what you should know about winning before you chase it. Winning's not loyal to you. It doesn't care about you. Winning doesn't care how sore you are. Winning doesn't care how much sleep you get. Winning doesn't care how hard you work at times. And sometimes a guy doesn't outwork you and he still wins. It isn't fair, man. Sometimes there is no justice. Winning requires all of you and then more, and it promises you nothing. It's a mastermind of creating fear and doubt in your mind. It causes setback after setback. So the question is about winning. Are you willing to sprint when the distance is unknown? And why chase this thing called winning? Because the only thing that's guaranteed in life, if you don't chase it, is losing.
Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day, and say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
I don't know if y'all know it, but we're gonna win. I don't know if you feel it, but we're gonna win. I don't know if you can see it, but we're gonna win.
When you lace them motherfuckers up every day, pretty soon you win. Pretty soon you'll fucking win. If you have the courage and the heart and the dedication and the mindset about everybody can go fuck themselves.
I promise you, these people that are winning, fucking win because there is no other option.
All I have to say, that was impressive.
Well, Steven, I didn't beat him to impress you. I beat him because that's what I do. I don't follow orders. I don't bend a knee. I win.
When I seen that Bentley at the boxing gym, and I seen that diamond Rolex, I said, I want that. And I knew what it took. So I know when my opponent is asleep, I'm out there at 4 or 5 in the morning, chopping trees, working, to this day. Because I can retire today. I'm well off, very comfortable. But I got the will to win.
The hardest thing in life is figuring out who you are and what you want to do for the rest of your life. And once you figure that out, you wake up every day and you work toward it. That's what you do. It's impossible for you to fail if you know who you are, what you want to do, and you wake up every day and work toward it.
Winners win in every environment. Winners win every day.
Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win, you may lose, you may succeed, you may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. And the next challenge, you're gonna be more prepared for. And you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna win.
To win, you gotta lose. To be successful, you gotta have something that's not successful. To be happy, you gotta have disappointment.
Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. It always has been.
Sure, you got an excuse. But if you want it bad enough, you find a way. If you don't want it bad enough, you find an excuse. The difference between winners and losers is solutions. Where the losers find the excuse. Or the excuse finds them, something to make them happy to being second best, third best, middle of the field. You don't have to be that way, guys.
Do you want to walk out that door a damn loser, or do you want to walk out the door a winner? I'll fight to the death. It sounds crazy, but you got to give it that much. If you want results, otherwise you'll be like everybody else. The majority of the population, they think they're training hard.
It's 1 a.m. I'm going for my third workout. Do I want to go to the gym? Absolutely not. I'd rather lay in my house and sit in the movie theater and watch movies. But to be the best, you got to work overtime. To be the best, you got to work overtime. Let's go ahead and get this workout in. Lights out, party's over.
Dedication, hard work. Dedication, hard work. I'm a one-man army. One-man army. The world can go against me. I'm still come on top. I got God on my side.
We're gonna be stronger and more capable also. Leg up to society, get the edge, own it, work for it, fight for it, caress it, give birth to it. With that comes whatever dream you want. It begins today, it continues tomorrow, and it never fucking dies.
No matter how hard you work, there is somebody on the inside of you that works even harder.
He said, no matter how dedicated you are, there is somebody on the inside of you that's more dedicated. No matter how committed you are, there is somebody on the inside of you that's more committed. And you don't even know what commitment is yet. You think commitment is just saying, yes, I'll do it. But what commitment is staying true to what you said you were going to do long after the mood that you have set it in has left. Meaning on the days when you don't feel like doing what you said you would do, you get up and you do it anyway. That's what builds character. In order to get through one of the darkest, toughest, roughest moments of your life, there's another person on the inside of you.
What the fuck did you expect? You're not putting in the work. You have to do more. You gotta stop telling yourself that you're doing enough. In life, it's never enough until you feel this overwhelming feeling, I'm outworking the crowd. I'm outworking everybody. I'm doing more. Once you get there, that's when you fucking know you've done enough. Stay hard.
You want them to give in to their mind. You want them to say, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it. But you want to be the one that says, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. I know I don't feel good today, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove to myself that even on days that it doesn't feel right, I push myself. The only way to gain confidence in yourself is to build something. You know, the fish don't just jump in the boat. If you want to go catch them, go catch them. You know, throw that line in the water and go do some work. And if it doesn't work that day, do it again the next day.
Don't ever be ashamed of anything you've done in your life. Face it, fix it, make it better.
I'd like to let you in on a very important secret I learned when I was about your age, boy. You see, power, real power, doesn't come to those who are born strongest, or fastest, or smartest. No, it comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
Right now in life, your family's looking for that one guy right now. You're looking for that one guy who's strong, who's that pillar for the family in hard times. Make sure they look around and find you. These are the times right now for you to step up. Be that guy that can take anything. Stay hard.
Every family deserves to have a winner. I think it should be you. But you also have to disconnect, unplug your umbilical cord from the belly button of average and plug yourself into the mindset of a winner, which is a winner does more than expected every single time, no matter how they feel, no matter the circumstances. A winner shows up 10x times more than the average person.
Everybody's great when they're not tired. The champions is when they tired, that's when the real champions come out. That's when a real dog come out. Because if you go like a puppy, stay on the porch and let the big dogs eat. Let them on the fucking field. Have some heart.
It's pretty easy sometimes to feel beaten when you're faced with all those issues and all those problems and they all hit you at the same time. But let me tell you, that doesn't mean give up. In fact, it means the opposite. It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the war path.
A winner knows that he's destined for greatness. And no matter how many people around him tell him to slow down, be careful, watch out, that's too risky, you don't have the genetics, the DNA, the money, the mind, the brain power for that. A winner locks onto their fucking goals and keeps going. That's what the winner does. And throughout that process of going, whether you're building a business, you're building a family, you're building your body, you're whatever it is that you're doing.
Person, any human realizes that if you want some kind of a good outcome, you're going to have to work hard for it. And if you don't work hard for something, you're not going to get an outcome that's really worth much.
You just eliminate all external distractions, you know, that's what's going on, and just focus on the process itself and enjoying it every single day. Chopping wood, carrying water. You know, greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up.
My first question was, okay, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to forgo? I sat down at the table and I said to myself, what are you willing to give up? Everything.
It takes more effort to start in the beginning, and more people are right about the fact they're like, hey, you're not going to hit it big. And guess what? A month in, you're not. But they're only measuring on months. And at 6 months, you're also not going to have hit it big yet. And they're going to be like, I'm still fucking right. And at a year, you're still not going to have hit it big. And they'll still be fucking right. And every day that you haven't hit it, they're going to feel like they were right. But they're wrong. because they're measuring in days and you're measuring in decades.
You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it. So I can't make you do it, and nor do I have the time or energy to force you into that place that I know you have to be to do it. There's no luck in this game, man. It may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass and you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might fucking happen.
To me, the mentality is a really simple one in the sense that the confidence comes from preparation. You know, so when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before, right? So when I prepare, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing. Right? And so in those moments, if it looks like I'm ice cold or not nervous, it's because I've done it thousands of times before. So it's one more time.
And I'm going to tell you right now, it won't be easy. It will be hard because life is hard. That's what life is. And these challenges that you face, they're going to do their best to take you down. Do not let them.
Is that through discipline, through self-discipline, through repetition, through tons of repetition of the same thing that you don't want to do, you develop mental, like an armor for your mind. You start to armor your mind, because your mind's like, okay, we suffer every day. It's what we do. We do stuff that sucks every day. So then when the suck stuff comes, you're ready for it. And that's how I started coming up. You know, I just started being very uncomfortable. Now it's like just a way of life.
I'm telling you right now, man, as a winner, 80% of the time you're going to feel like you're failing. 15% of the time you're going to feel like you're just treading water. You just got your nose above the waterline. 4% of the time you feel like it's fucking over. This is it. I'm about to tap out, but you don't, because that 1% of the time, my friend, that 1% of the time is when you know you're winning. And you go, I'm going to take these 1%ers, I'm going to stack them and stack them and stack them and stack them. And you know what happens when you stack winning over years and decades? You become a fucking formidable force to be reckoned with.
So the idea that working hard doesn't make progress is one of the biggest farces that exists in humanity, because at the end of the day, whatever you amount to isn't going to matter anyways, right? And so if there is anything that's eternal for us, at least as individuals, it's going to be who we become in the process. And so one of my favorite quotes is, the work works on you more than you work on it. If you want to be the best in the world at something, you do the work to become the best in the world. There is profit in all labor. And that means that even if the thing that you're working on right now doesn't amount to the outcome that you expected that it would, it doesn't mean that you don't become better through doing it.
Line up those problems and confront them, face them, fight them. Do not let them bring you down. In fact, let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you.
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life, rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow. So in the future, you look back at these struggles and you say to them, thank you. You made me better.
I worked myself so hard that I turned a person this up into this motherfucker right here. Not off of reading a fucking book off a theorist. Off of going to work on myself and saying, I don't know how to do this, but I know that to get over there to that fucking side, I gotta grind myself into a fine powder. And I did it.
You have to find a dream that's so big that it overwhelms all of your fears and causes you to never give up.
It's good that you have really high standards, but you have to understand it's called self-discipline for a reason, meaning it's about you. You don't get to enforce that on other people. This is why Marcus Aurelius talks about being strict with yourself, tolerant with others. Cato says, I can forgive anyone's errors but my own.
When you get scared and you have fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. It's amazing when you actually don't see the full picture. You come to these fearful conclusions of what you really should then hope for or not hope for. But when you have faith, F-A-I-T-H, full assurance in the heart, no matter what you see, you can still believe in something. And that's where hope comes in.
You can coat your mind from negativity. It's a real simple exercise to do. I do it every morning before I walk out the door. So I walk out as a positive person. You know, I get tired sometimes. That's different from being negative. But to coat your mind from negativity, the way you can put a coating around your mind is with one simple thing: gratitude.
Why do I start with myself? The reason you start with yourself is because you cannot give what you do not have. So you better start with yourself. Because if you're leading others and have nothing to give them, nothing to share with them, nothing to teach them, then I can promise you, you'll never be what you want to be as a leader.
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. That's the guarantee of quitting, that it will never happen, no way under the sun. The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is if you never give up, no matter what.
So don't wait. Time is short. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't sit around and plan anymore. Go out and do the thing. Do the thing.
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today.
Yes.
Because you need to have a hierarchy of improvement. You need to be aiming for something. And that means you're going to be lesser than people who've already attained along that dimension.
Yes.
And that can give rise to envy. So the question is, who should you defeat in the final analysis? And the answer is, you should defeat your former self. You should be constantly trying to do that.
But don't ever sell out for the temporary reward of what the opportunity is today. Believe in the bigger picture. Believe that all these things are just moments building the wave for the big moment to come. Always plant the seeds of hard work and integrity and honor today, and then every day you water them and nourish them, believe in them.
I think the best way to prove your value is to work, is to learn, is to absorb, to be a sponge. Right? But you always want to outwork your potential. You know, as hard as you believe you can work harder than that.
Confidence and fear both require believing in something that hasn't happened yet. At a certain point, you have to consider that you're choosing to be afraid.
You must ensure yourself that you're giving it all you can today, because the future we don't know, do we? We're training for that. And when I hear people say terms like good enough, it bothers me to an nth degree, because they are saying something that is justified at the moment, but not quantitative until a future endeavor of life. So therefore, they are passing judgment on now for a future event that they knew nothing about. They're bullshitters.
Most people are incapable of picking a direction and just going. They observe the possibilities. They get paralyzed by all the possibilities. They refuse to move forward on all the possibilities, and then time passes them by. So it's very important that you make a decision and you go down that path. You commit to that path with the mentality of having zero options. I don't have a choice but to see this through.
If you always put limits on what you can do, physical or anything else, it'll spread over into the rest of your life. There are no limits, there are only plateaus. A man must constantly exceed his level.
I fucking love that.
Isn't that badass?
That's sick.
And it's the truth when you think about it. You want to get up every day and try to be better than you were yesterday in business and life and everything.
You don't have to feel good about it. You just have to keep going. The feeling will pass, but you will remain. You are greater than your feelings. Going to bed late and waking up early to work for a few days won't kill you. You're not going to burn out. You're doing what it takes. If you're one of those people that push work-life balance, just remember, the people who like working a lot don't care. I've never regretted trying harder at anything ever. Hard times last long, but an epic story feels like a lifetime.
In life, We have hard times. We hit turbulence. We fail. We fall on our ass. We have divorces. We have all kind of bullshit that happens. And we sit there and think about that one issue. And it's all we think about. And we forget to fly the plane. The plane is us. We forget to focus on everything in life. Our habits, our goals, our destination. And we end up failing. So stay hard.
You have to have no fear. You have to have no fear. You have to believe in who you are and what you do, and just go fucking get it.
When you're on your way up, everyone roots for you because you remind them of their dreams. When you're at the top, everyone tears you down because you remind them that they gave up on them. And you have one, which is, for anyone who needs a reminder, no one is going to hate on you for doing worse than them.
Why don't you reframe the decisions that you are making from this is the hardest decision to this is the better decision. This is what's going to move me forward. This is what's going to get me what I want. When you think about it like that, it makes it a lot easier to get off your ass and go fucking do it. So yes, it is absolutely normal to not feel like doing it. There is not a single person who has ever achieved anything that you want to achieve that has felt like it every single day. It's hard. It's frustrating. There's things that are going to happen. You're going to get punched in the face. You're going to get sick. You're going to have breakups. You're going to have people let you down. You're going to have people steal from you. You're going to have friends let you down. You're going to be embarrassed. You're going to make mistakes. And everybody's going to see it and laugh at you. All of these things are going to happen.
There's a choice that we have to make as people, as individuals. If you want to be great at something, it's a choice that you have to make. We all can be masters at our craft, but you have to make a choice. What I mean by that is the inherent sacrifices that come along with that. Family time, hanging out with your friends, being a great friend, right? Being a great son, nephew, whatever the case may be. There's sacrifices that come along with making that decision.
When does a new day start? It starts at midnight. Is it dark outside at midnight? Yes. So if a new day and a new beginning starts in the dark every day, that's when your new beginnings start. But so many people are afraid to go to that place. And I tell them, you have to visit that place, because if that place comes visit you, it will never leave. If you go visit the darkness that you've been running from, you'll have the opportunity to leave a better person.
How far can I go? You know, I'm 38 this year. You know, how long can I push my own limits? And I don't feel like I do have limits. And I feel like the limits are normally constructs in our mind.
And I realized, man, I'm fixing stuff on a surface level. I'm all surface, man. I'm not going deep into the cellar of my mind and fixing the foundation of my soul. My soul is broken. But you know, I knew I could fix it, but I was afraid to go back. I was afraid to face the demons of my life.
But when I say give back, not give back to everybody, to anybody. Give back only to the cause that you want. I give back, not because I'm a nice guy. It's kind of selfish. I only give back to the people that I want to give back. Because I give back to them, and I know that if I'm more successful, I'm gonna be able to give back to people I love, to the cause that count for me. So it brings me more motivation, because I don't compete for myself anymore. I compete to help people I love in a way.
I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it.
The best things for you aren't on this side of courage, they're on the other side. You've got to go through that door. It's on that other side that you find the yeses of life. It's on that other side that you find the promises of life. It's on that side that you find the benefits of life. You have to pay a price before you get the goods. It's just the way it works.
This is your time. The light of new realization shines on you today. Howard's legacy is not wrapped up in the money that you will make, but the challenges that you choose to confront. as you commit to your past, press on with pride and press on with purpose.
And any time you get the goods without paying the price, you begin to get a spirit of entitlement, which will hurt you instead of help you. So look at whatever you have to face or go through and understand two things. It will make you a better person if there's nothing on the other side. It will just make you a better, stronger person.
Behind every fear, guys, is the person you want to be. And it's right there. It's right there. All you gotta do is open the door. This door is self-created, guys. You're creating this fear, this block. Right behind that fear is the life you're wondering where to go in life and what to do and how to make it happen. And you're lost. Become unlost and get on the path to success is identifying your own fears, guys. Seeing how you're giving birth to them, creating them, giving them life. And once you realize that, you realize that that fear ain't much.